Hello students. Today we start learning chapter 6 of your NCERT syllabus, applications of derivatives. In the applications of derivatives, we come across several applications. Mainly, we are going to discuss here the rate measure for you, the rate measure, and then increasing and decreasing functions, tangents and normals to the curve, errors and approximations, and one more application you are going to study is maxima and minima. Let me first discuss rate measure. What is rate measure? Okay, rate measure. Rate measure is nothing but we can also say it as the rate of change of quantities. Let y is equal to f of x be a continuous function. Whenever I say y is equal to f of x, what happens? X is an independent variable. As and when x is changing, its respectively y value is going on increasing or decreasing. Okay. Whenever I have a point here, if this point x and its image is f of x comma f of x is a point here. In case x changes to a small increment, that is x plus delta x, then y also get an increment, say delta y. So the coordinates of this point becomes x plus delta x comma y plus delta y. This delta y is the instantaneous change with respect to the change made in x. So the quotient delta y by delta x is called as an average rate of change of y with respect to x. In general, if I make this delta x very small, negligibly small, at that time we call it as the derivative of y with respect to x, and this is called as instantaneous rate of change of y with respect to x. Okay. Now, let us study some formulae which we come across in this rate measure chapter. Okay. Already you know the area of a triangle. Suppose you have any triangle, you will draw a perpendicular to any one of the sides. Then this will be the base and this is the height. Half base into height is the area of triangle. In case if it's an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. Side yes, x like that. At that time, the area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 into side. Now, perimeter of a rectangle. You know what is the perimeter of a rectangle? Suppose I have a rectangle like this. Then Sutarthi means length plus breadth plus length. So that is 2L plus 2B, or you can say it as 2 into L plus B. Whereas area of rectangle is given by length into breadth. If this is the length and this is the breadth, length into breadth will give us the area. Okay. Then suppose if the length becomes equal to breadth, then that takes the shape of a square. In square, L is equal to B means all the sides are equal. So as per the perimeter is concerned, you are going to add all the sides of lengths. That is x plus x plus x plus x means it will be 4 into x or 4 into side. Then area of a square, length into breadth, where L is equal to B means x into x, it is x square. Then area of a trapezium. What is trapezium? What is shape of a trapezium? You have one set of parallel sides and one set of non-parallel sides. The non-parallel sides are equal in length. How to find out the area of this trapezium? It is 1 by 2 altitude into sum of parallel sides. These two are the parallel sides. We have to add these two into the height, that is altitude. Then area of rhombus. You know, in the rhombus, all the four sides are like this and the diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. Okay, then 1 by 2 into product of these two diagonals will give us the area of a rhombus. Then circumference of a circle. When you take the circumference of a circle, it is 2 pi r. Whereas the area of this circle is given by pi r square, that you know. Next, here you can see the cube, and here rectangular prism, you can also call it as a cuboid. Now, length of diagonal of a cube. Whenever you have a cube like this, all the 6 faces, there are 6 faces and all the sides are equal. Length of a diagonal of a cube is root 3 into L. Then surface area of a cuboid. Here you can call this as a cuboid. This is length This is breadth and this height is the width. So here you can see there are 6 faces like this. One face has its surface area as length into breadth, another has breadth into height, another has height into length. Like that, 3 more faces are there on the other side. Thus, we have 2 into length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length as the surface area of the cuboid. As per its volume is concerned, you are going to multiply its length, breadth and height. So we say volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. In the cuboid, if all the sides becomes equal, this is a cuboid. When all the sides becomes equal, it becomes a cube. At that time, what happens? Length into length it becomes. So thus you can say it as L cube, or in general we call each side as x, means the volume of a cube becomes equal to x cube. Volume of a cube is x cube or L cube you can say. Then, so volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. Then surface area of a cube. In the cube, we have 6 faces here. 1, 2, 3. Then one more is backside. This will 4, 5. Backside to this one, there are 6 faces. Each face is looking like a square, means the surface area of every square is L square. Like that, there are 6 faces, means the surface area of a cube is 6 L square. Then volume of a cube. You have seen the volume of a cube is length into breadth into height in cuboid. In case length equal to breadth equal to height, then it becomes the cube. So both are L, means the volume of a cube is L cube. Then cylinder. Now this is called as a cylinder. Here what you can say, whenever a cylinder is of this shape, you will be noticing here the base radius R and the height of the cylinder. The surface area of a cylinder is given by, here you can look, there are 2 circle-like faces. Those 2 circles-like means pi r square plus pi r square. And these 2, this face and this face, these 2 look like rectangles. Their lengths are given by pi r h. Pi r h plus pi r h. So I can say it as 2 pi r is common, 2 pi r into pi r plus h, or you can also call it as 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. This is the surface area of a cylinder. Then volume of a cylinder. You know the volume of a cylinder, the capacity to hold the liquid or to hold the quantity is given by pi r square h. You have studied this formula in your lower classes. Now, then we come across the volume of a cube. Sorry, surface area of a cylinder. Volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. Volume of a cone. Volume of a cone. Now, when you look like a cylinder, in this cylinder, if you cut it into 3 pieces, we are going to have a cube-like structure. Here, suppose it is extended like this, then we have a cylinder. Means 1/3 of the cylinder is what, our cube. Thus, the surface area of cube is 1/3 of the cylinder. So, the volume of a cube is 1/3 pi r square h, because cylinder has the volume pi r square h. 1/3 of the cylinder is our cone, means the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay. So, with this, we have discussed some formula in this video. In the next video, we shall see the examples on exercise 6.1, that is rate measure examples. Practice and by heart these formulae. Thank you.